Who's fast? You guys are so fast. You're taking the absolute longest possible way to get to the front, but it's still fast.
What's the matter? You guys cold?
Okay, I spared you the drive because we had to white knuckle it here. It took me about an hour to get here. No big deal. The games are starting a little slow. Have a couple of employees up in there, which is great. I'm gonna buy in for the normal 500, but I'm doing mine in blue, which are $1 chips. We'll see how it goes. Got it. Buying's 500 in.
Go for it.
I start this snow game 6-handed, I do believe. And the only reason I'm putting this pot in the vlog, it's not a big pot. It's actually probably the smallest pot I've ever put into a vlog. Is the fact that it's up against Mickey, which is Matt's wife.
I don't have AIDS.
And we all know I can't beat my own wife, so I might as well try to beat someone else's wife in a pot. And if I can do it, it's going to go in this vlog. And I have pocket kings. I raise it up to 12. She makes the call. 4 high flop. I probably have the best hand because Mickey plays good cards. She's not going to have any of this. I bet $10, try to milk her for all she's worth, and she folds, and success. Moving on to the real poker. The under the gun player limps. I look down at the gorgeous yet blurry 8-6 of hearts, and I decide to limp the button. I don't know why I did that. My notes do not say. So let's just assume that this is by far the best possible play to do. Flop is 9-4-5 with 2 hearts. If you're going to miss, this is a good way to do it. 3 players check to me. I fire out just $10. I mean, it's a pot-sized bet. Small blind comes along. The under the gun and big blind both fold. We are heads up to a turn, which is the deuce of hearts. Now, that's a good card. Gives me a flush. Flushes are hard to beat. Small blind checks. I bet $10 again, and he calls. River card, king of diamonds. $52 in the pot. It's really time for me to start pumping it up. But I don't have to worry about it because the small blind decides to bet 25. I go all in. Essentially, she only has 75 back. She makes the call, and I win, and she somehow shows a straight that she had turned. So, pretty lucky and fortunate turn card there for me. Well, here's a hand that I butcher from head to toe. Under the gun limps, which we have established is, again, a fantastic play. Low jack limps, and then I raise it up with American Airlines, not Southwest Airlines. They're doing bad stuff. I make it $15 to go. Under the gun makes it $15 to call. Low jack calls the $15, and the 3 of us go to a flop. Comes 10-7 queen. Already I've made mistakes in this hand. I should have made it 20 to go pre-flop. You'll see why later. Under the gun checks. Low jack checks. I fire out a bet of 30, which if I had made it more pre-flop, I can make it more now, which is going to become relevant on the turn. Only the low jack comes along with me, and we're going to go heads up to a turn card, which is the 8 of hearts. So we got 2 hearts out there now, and I need to fire out a bet after the low jack checks because I probably still have the best hand, and if I don't, well, I probably have the best hand. I probably have the best hand. So I'm betting $75, but he's gonna have stuff, you know, that he can compete well with me. He's gonna have like the queen not being a heart is relevant because he could have like king queen of hearts or like ace queen of hearts. He could have ace 7 of hearts, things like this. So I want to fire out a bet. Well, he goes all in for 300, and that's, you know, that's annoying that he did that. So it's $225 for me to call. Had I made it more expensive pre-flop, had I made it more expensive on the flop, I would be priced in here to call instead of making what I'm about to find out is a pretty bad fold. I fold my hand, and he shows the king of clubs, which just means that no matter what, I had the best hand. Out even in the game. Just folded those aces there. Off camera, gentleman shows me king of clubs, which means that, ow, it really hurt my foot. I drew the short straw, so I am off to Wendy's because DoorDash isn't delivering because of the snow. It's always kind of bothered me that
delivery companies don't deliver when the weather is bad, when you need them the most. That's how I keep my physique.
We've come to everybody's favorite part of poker, the double board PLO bomb pots. I could take them or leave them, but people seem to love them, so we do them. Everybody throws in $10. We're off to a flop. I check without even looking at my cards. This is a second very high-level play that you can learn from this vlog. 1, don't look at your cards and just check. And 2, you can limp the button. Now, the under the gun player, 2, put in 20. The middle position player called the 20. If I want to see the 4th card, which the barrel calls the turn, I'm also going to have to put in 20. But at some point, and this is another high-level play, you're going to want to look at your hand. So after the button calls the 20, I look down at 10-8, 4-3, double suited. Although the double suited doesn't really matter, because if you don't have the nuts, if you're not drawn to the nut flush, it's kind of not cool. But I call anyway with the 10 high flush draw and a pair of 3s on the bottom and an open-ended straight draw on the top. We go to a turn card. I make a nothing on the top still, 10 high. That's probably not going to win. I don't even know if it's mathematically possible for the rest of the players, if we took their 4 cards, for me to find a place to win there. But it doesn't matter because they check. River card coming, and it's a 9 on top and an 8 on the bottom. So I actually back into a full house on the bottom. And the fact that I went checkity, check, check, check means that I probably have the best hand there. So I should just bet the pot, try to get people to fold things, because I can't win both sides because I have like 10 high on top. But instead I just bet 100. The under the gun 2 player puts in 50 because that's all she has left. And then the middle position player, what are you gonna do, middle position player? Get out of my pot. Get out of my pot, she does. The button calls incorrectly, now the button calls, and flip over the hands, and believe it or not, my 10 high is not good, but my full house on the bottom is good. So we're gonna scoop up the under the gun +2 player and win a decent pot in the double board bomb pot. Hand I didn't even want to play in the first place. Moving right along, the under the gun player limps, which we have established is a great play. Under the gun +1 makes it $15. That is also a fine play, depending on your hand. Cutoff makes the call, button makes the call. I look down at the ace 6 of spades, which is, in my opinion, a call. I can make flushes, straights, full houses, 2 pair, all the good stuff. Well, then we get a shove of $86. I don't care for that. I don't care for that at all, because I want to see the flop, and $86 is a lot of money. But do you think that I drove an hour through the snow to fold a suited ace for a shove of $86? No, sir. No, ma'am. I make that call. We're going to see 5, and hopefully there's aces, 6s, or spades. Hey, there's an ace and a 6. So that's 2 pair. That's probably going to catapult me to the lead. Turns a 4, river's a 4. I'm not scared of either of those cards. Turn over my A6, and I was up against a very spicy 8-7 of clubs, which almost got there. Flopped a flush draw. Too many outs, though. And that pot's going to be scooped to me, all $86. Well, there's more than $86, but $86 from that particular player.
I got moved at the end there to the second table, and you couldn't vlog from that seat because I was in the middle and you can't see the camera. But in for 500, out for 820 for a $320 win. I hope you enjoyed this content. It's going to end right now. You don't need to see what's going to happen next. Stay tuned for the next one. Ooh, the urinal cake is cold.
If you are a poker tournament player, you need to get to the Barrel April 2nd through the 7th for the second annual Barrel Tournament Series, which is 8 tournaments, which features over 100,000 in guaranteed prize pools, including an $800 main event with a $50,000 prize pool. We'll be joined by none other than Sethi Poker for a meetup game on April 4th. There's special events like the 15,000 guaranteed prize pool women's event. And for the first time ever, we're going to be having a seniors event as well. That'll be on April 7th. Come out and join us for a good old time and try to win your share of $100,000.